Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Before I get started in this, I'm going to go ahead and clear the air. Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be covering lunar love, sex, power, and success. We're going to be looking into during which phase of the moon will you attract love, be the most attractive to your future spouse, when will you be the most powerful or successful. Of course, for this, everybody's different. So I know according to magic and things like this, there are specific phases of the moon that, definitely bring about a lot of power or whatever, but we're not looking at that. We're looking at individuals here and, everybody's different. So sometimes certain phases could bring about amazing changes and stuff. For somebody over here, it might not do the same exact thing. And this all comes down to what's going on too with your, astrological placements. What is going on with your transits in your natal chart and things like this. Everybody's different. So you kind of can't, when working magic or, casting spells and stuff like this, obviously we need to work with certain energies and things during certain phases of the moon to bring about what we desire and manifest these things. But sometimes things just happen that are, you're like, wow, just comes out of nowhere. And, there could be certain time periods, and this is like basically about like time periods and things that we're going to be looking at here. But it's so interesting how, like, for instance, like, people, like, when it comes to Saturn transits and stuff like this, it totally just kicks somebody's ass. But for other people, it's actually brings about a lot of, really good things and success and even relationships. Of course, Saturn is a big one with relationships anyway, especially when it comes to long-standing ones and transits. So, anyways, so we're going to be delving into this. Please do remember, though, that this is a general reading. It is not a personal reading. So there's absolutely no reason to take anything personally. If something isn't resonating, go check out one of my other videos, check out a different group, do whatever, you need to do. Listen to your intuition and your gut. That's what this is all about. So anyways, I have 3 groups for you guys today. We have the Astrophyllite here for group 1. We have group 2 is the Aura Quartz, which is a really pretty piece. And we have the Cherry Quartz here for group 3. So go ahead, zone in on which group that you want to listen to, and we are just going to get started with this. Those of you who picked group 1, this is going to be your reading. I absolutely love this crystal. It's a very high vibrational crystal. If you've never worked with it, you might want to look into it. Astrophyllite is awesome. So anyways, we are going to look at which phase of the moon is going to bring about some, when are you going to be the most attractive? When are you going to attract in that love? Possibly powerful, successful. Let's see what happens here. So we have card 21 with the Waning Gibbous 5 with resilience. Oh my God, you have 2 R words. We have Waxing Crescent 1 with realization. Very interesting. Oh my God, you guys. You have the North Node. Step out of your comfort zone. So this is what is going to, for this group, you guys are going to have to start doing this in order to bring any of that in, okay? And following your North Node purpose, okay? What are you here to do? What is like your life purpose here? What are you supposed to learn and accomplish? That's your North Node placement. And, these 2 phases obviously are going to be vital or important. And you want to know what something's so trippy about this? This is card 3. This is card 21. In numerology wise, we reduce 21 down and we have 3. So you have, I wouldn't be surprised if this group, you are seeing 333 a lot. I know, like, oh, fuck, how long has it been? It's been like almost 2 decades ago. I was seeing 333 constantly. I mean, no matter where I looked, no matter what I did. And at first I just ignored it. And I was like, what is this? You know, it's so weird. It's so weird. And then I would wake up in the middle of the night at that time and look over at the clock and see that. It was just constant. And no matter where I was driving, what I would see it on addresses, you know, price tags, whatever. It was so weird. It was just like constantly coming at me. When you have 333 showing up, it means that your ascended master, the ascended masters, your guides, angels, you know, they're all around you and they're trying to push you in the right direction. They're trying to show you, hey, go do your life purpose. You're supposed to be doing this. And look at this. This is actually coming up for you. So that is freaking pretty wild. We have readiness. We have a lot of R's. We have 3 R's. So why do I feel like some of you, you have, you know, your last name starts with R, your first name, maybe even your middle name, maybe even, you know, you have 3 R's as your, or your mate will, you know, like a name that starts with this. And we have the death card. So this is, yes, this is about change. The whole entire thing. There's got to be some change here. We have, oh my God, karma. Haha, we have rebirth here. Holy shit. We have the world. Oh, this is so heavy. This is some heavy energy here with this group, like big time. We have, oh, look at that. Once you do this, once you go through this change, once you start, you need to prepare yourself with readiness. Once you realize what you're supposed to be doing with that North Node purpose, and you are resilient and you plow through and you don't be afraid and don't be chicken staying in your comfort zone, afraid to put yourself out there and do what it is that is calling to you, because that's what this is. And you put the death, you know, you put an ending. Look, endings right here, both of these, and rebirth. This is when love comes in. So this is definitely like a love heavy focus group here. And I feel like when you're following that North Node purpose, you're definitely going to find some blessings and power. So there it is. You guys, this is an amazing group. And then we have the lady who waits. Ooh. Oh my goodness. Okay. I love these cards. They're fantastic. And I'm going to actually read the interpretation for this card so that you guys get this message here, because there's actually some actions and some meditations, you know, an affirmation that goes along with this that could be definitely helpful and vital in this process. So obviously, you guys, once you start, and remember, waxing crescent 1, we have waning gibbous 5, which is kind of funny. This is an ending and this is a beginning. Look at that. That is fucking crazy. 1 and 5, change, you know, change. There's definitely change afoot. Okay. So how many of you actually know what your North Node placement is all about? Okay. Because I get the sense that for a lot of you, you're living your South Node right now instead of your North Node, because this North Node is always very uncomfortable, okay? It can be uncomfortable at first, but as long as you are, I feel like this group also reaps what they sow, because we have karma showing up here, okay? This is the Judgment card. You know, you guys really need to clean up any karma that you have, okay? I feel like you could be repeating cycles that are of detriment to you, all right? And once you know, put those to an end and you stop doing that, and also, you know, like I said, you reap what you sow with this group. So you need to be very cautious and very careful with what you are thinking, what you are saying, how you're behaving, how you're treating other people, because this is all going to come back to bite you in the butt. But I'm telling you, the key to all your success is stepping out of your comfort zone. If there's been something that you've been really wanting to try your whole entire life, but don't do it out of fear or because you're afraid you're going to be judged by other people, I'm telling you, you're doing yourself a huge disservice if you don't go for it and you don't give it a try, because you're really going to come into your power when you do this, and it's going to bring about a ton of blessings. But there are rules with this, in that, we have to plow forward, but you need to make sure that you have like all the skills under your belt to do what you do. And how do we do this? With readiness. We prepare ourselves. We plow through. For some of you, this requires some schooling. This requires going back to school, learning more, definitely delving into this. Also, a lot of you, this involves world travel. This could involve even teaching others as well. But I see that there is definitely some travel involved here. And I'm just going to point out also for you guys in particular, Scorpio season could be really powerful. Also, some of you, your North Node is in Scorpio. Okay. Oh my God, I live with somebody like this. So it's like when you have your North Node in Scorpio, there's definitely, you need to get into your creative zone. You need to be tapping into your emotion, feelings, really anything Scorpio related is, I highly recommend you look into this. Okay. This is definitely about emotions and being more creative. And it's just like, once you start doing this, I get the sense you guys are going to be immensely powerful, like seriously, because Scorpio is a pretty powerful zodiac sign anyways. So let's take a look at the lady who waits. I kind of want to freaking touch on that North Node a little bit. Let me take a peep at that. But yeah, it's definitely getting out of that comfort zone is so fucking vital for the success to bring about power, to bring all this in, okay? You need to leave the past behind, okay? Obviously, we know this. If you want to be happy and fulfilled, you need to get going towards doing the thing that scares you within reason. This card is all about living your life purpose, which is possibly why what you've asked about. It's urging you to dare to do something different with your life and your direction and to take action. So are you willing to follow through and lead the life you incarnated to live? If you finally find the courage to make the leap, there's a good chance you'll come to ask yourself, why did I wait so long? Exactly. Other interpretations are, you guys could have been feeling all along that you're definitely headed for something that is like your destiny, okay? You need to face fears, obviously, and release them. You need to stand on your own 2 feet and be resilient. For some of you, you definitely could be too much in that South Node. South Node would be in Taurus. And, this is all about material realm of things. I get the sense that this group obsesses about money quite a bit. And it's like, to you, it's like you can never have enough. Okay. This is why it's really important that you realize sometimes enough is enough and you need to be focusing your attentions on other things. Okay. Definitely. And you definitely, once you start doing this, you have a great power for sure. The North Node especially is a very karmic astrological point. In order to do it, literally, it's so crazy. We have the World card here, okay? And the quote with this card is, in order to discover new oceans, we have to be prepared to lose sight of the shore. Exactly. You have to freaking get out of that comfort zone. So let's take a look at the lady who waits. I love these cards. These are like, and this is card number 1. This is the beginning. This is the new beginning, okay? And look at this. It's right next to that Ace of Cups, that offer of love, okay? And it will come in. So anyways, where's my glasses? Son of a bitch. Hold on. All right. So with this one, it says, patience is a virtue. Exactly. Resilience. Coming to the realization. I feel like also some of you guys are just not seeing the truth. Okay. You don't want to see it. You like to live in a fantasy land and not confront the truth. Also, I feel like confronting the truth of who you really are. I feel like you guys are dimming the shit out of your light for other people. Don't do that. You have a lot to give and a lot to show the world and a lot to shine. You can bring a lot of blessings into other people's lives, okay, as well. So you need to definitely do the thing. So, and also you got to be patient with yourself through this whole entire process. Okay. The more patient you are and the more resilient you are, the more successful you will be. So with this, the love story that goes along with this, it says, I am ready for love. A lovely lady sits and awaits her destiny as Cupid grants musings into her ear. When, oh when, will my lover arrive? She lounges and sighs, patient and yet eager for the time to arrive, when love's embrace will grace her life with joy and beauty. She wants the story to unfold, yet she holds patience in her heart, as love's secrets are still but a mystery to her. Patience is key. All right, so it says making love, and the action that you take with this card, it says, what do you desire? What are you waiting for? Do you find yourself longing for the moment when love will arrive in your life? Seek out a beautiful notebook or find stationery and write down the answers to all these questions in a journal, or even better, a love letter addressed to the one you seek most. You may find that special someone was your inner self all along. So this is a hint that obviously we need to write down what it is exactly that we are looking for in a mate here with this group, okay? And I'm telling you, you know, you want to address this and look for the one who is the best for you and your highest good. You're not pouring this energy into someone who you have a crush on, okay? Don't do that, because if you just project this into the one that is the best for me, my perfect match, and for my highest good, if that person is indeed the best one for you, then it will manifest, okay? But if you are totally forcing energy on something that is a lost cause, that is bad move, okay? Seriously, because don't you want the person that's the best for you, that is going to make you the happiest, that you're going to be the most satisfied and successful and joyous and make love, you know, and really feel it? You know, that is what you want here, okay? So being love here, which the meditation, it says, visualize your heart filled with that love. Allow the warm glow to fill you with abundant beauty and patience. Obviously, and so also, this is talking about self-love. You guys, you gotta have self-love first. If you are not comfortable in your own skin, how can you be truly happy with somebody else? Because you cannot find love, you know, outside yourself. It's always within you, always. You are love, and you need to realize this. Come to the realization, and, you know, this will make it and prepare you so that you are ready for the one, okay? So the proclaiming love, the affirmation, it says, I am patient, I am fulfilled, I am love, and manifest love in my life. So obviously, and with this, when you're following your career, you know, that you're supposed to be doing, and or doing the thing, you know, it could even start off as a hobby, you guys, as a side hustle even, or something, where you're doing the thing that lights you up the most. And when you are doing this, this is going to attract so much. I wish people just got this through their head, because it's really fucking true, honest to God, no lies. I'm telling you, once I started doing mine, my life completely did a 180 and changed. And everybody I've talked to who has done this, it's all the same. We're like looking at, we're nodding at each other, going, yes, it's fucking awesome, isn't it? Why don't more people freaking get this through their head? They'd be so much happier. The world would be a happier place. It would actually be a better functioning place as well. Okay. No joke. It would be healthier, like mentally healthier for everybody. So once you start doing this, and like I said, you could do it on the side even. Once you start doing this, my God, you guys are going to rock the sensuality, the sexuality. I mean, because we have Scorpio energy here, which rules the genitals. You're going to have really good sex. Your mate is going to just fall head over heels in love. It's going to be blessings. It's just, I feel like autumn and spring are huge times for you guys as well. I mean, it's just like super powerful. Why do I feel like you might even meet your person near a mountainous area? Okay, or they're from the mountainous. The other area, I'm seeing mountains like all over the place in this freaking spread. I mean, they're everywhere. Okay. The other thing I feel is like, you know, there could even be a garden in that area, and it could be a mountainous, it's a city that is surrounded by mountains. Now there's a lot. I mean, you can literally see the mountains surrounding the city. So think about that. On Earth, there's quite a few places like this. You know, the first one that was coming to my head was Seattle. For some reason that was coming to my head, but there is like, even like, Hong Kong is another one. I'm just like, you know, because in Hong Kong, isn't there like a, really big, really cool, like little, like kind of narrow and pointy, tall, like islands and stuff around there, you know? There are certain areas in Arizona that are like this, in California. God, God, there's so many I could go on for. Japan, there's lots of places like this. You know, I'm sure areas in Korea is like this. I mean, think about it. I mean, there's so many, you could just go on and on and on. You know, Colorado, Denver. So anyway, guys, that's all I'm seeing for this group. Pretty amazing stuff. Very, very powerful. You guys hold the key to your own success. Okay. Look at the node here. Look at the way it looks. And then look at the way this looks. I'm telling you guys, release those burdens, set yourself free, be reborn, glow up, treat yourself to a glow up, because it's really, I feel like you guys are covering up too much. You need to show off your assets, baby. Because I feel like if you like gave yourself a makeover and really showed off, for the women, especially showed off your curves a bit more, I feel like you're going to really come into that goddess sensuous power, and it's just really going to turn heads. So think about it. Okay, guys? All right, that's it. That's all I have for this group. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for further notifications. In the drop-down box, you can check out over my Patreon. I put up a new Patreon reading today as well that kind of like delves into further what's going on here. Like it's going to, what is your next move? You know, kind of what's happening next. Once you figure this out, what do you do next? So anyways, thank you guys so much for being with me today. I appreciate all your support so much. Love to you all, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye. 2 with the Aura Quartz. So pretty. I love this. This is going to be your reading. Let's dig into this, okay? So, what phase of the moon, what lunar cycle is going to be the most powerful for you to bring love, sex, power, success? Group 1 was really freaking interesting, so let's see what you guys get here. So we have first up, hold on, let me dig through these. Ooh, look at this. Oh my God. We have card 35 with Thunder Moon with change. Wow. We have card number 4 with Waxing Crescent 2 with acceptance. So obviously during the Thunder Moon and the Waxing Crescent 2, these are going to be very powerful times. And full moon eclipses. And let me tell you, if you're doing like magical workings and stuff like this, yes, eclipses are like super juice, you know, kind of to whatever you're doing. Eclipses in general can be like this. Depending on what the eclipse is, it also could, you know, have different energies attached to it. So, and like I said at the beginning of this, there are different times, the moon phases can be, and also like a specific transits in astrology are different for everybody. They affect everybody. Whereas, yes, there are big ones that can affect like the collective consciousness, of course. But individually, I'm telling you from experience, there are certain transits and things like this in different phases of the moon that affect people way differently. You know, it's like, it's very interesting. So we're going to delve into this a little bit. So we have, full moon eclipse. Conclusions are within reach. Once you change and accept change, okay? Conclusions can happen, okay? Straight up. So already with this, in order to bring in, you know, your lover, to bring in your future spouse, to bring in great sex into your life, to bring in that power, to really come into your power and be very successful, you're going to have to accept change. I feel like for this group, it's kind of, you know, reminiscent a little bit of group 1, afraid to let go, staying in your comfort zone, afraid of, you know, accepting change. That is not helping you. It's holding you back. Okay. Once this happens, you know, conclusions, and look at this, there's 2 hands coming for each other. It's amazing because it's going to straight up bring you a ton of success, and it has to do with community. Okay. Very interesting. So I feel like once this happens, not only is it going to bring you great success within your career, but it's going to bring a whole new group of friends and people into your life that are very supportive of you. Okay. I mean, we have like these white butterflies, or maybe possibly they're moths. They look more like butterflies though, because the way they look. And we have that rainbow, and we have this, it's so funny because look at the success. I feel like also it's like, once this happens, it's like, I'm seeing this Black Panther right here. It just like, it makes me think, oh my God, your sex appeal is just going to go through the roof, baby. You are going to be this sexy, slinky, feline, like gorgeous creature. And this is how you're going to stand out within your community too. Everybody's going to be like, damn. We have sensitivity with Night Gladiolus. We have Love's Secret with card 22. Holy crap. So you guys could be seeing 222 quite a lot, or the number 22 quite a bit. So for our tarot, main overall energy is we have Temperance. We have the Death card. You guys might want to watch group 1 too. Okay, I'm just saying. We have Temperance again. Oh my God, look at this. Holy shit, that is wild. And we have the Six of Cups. Oh my God, I just got tingles all over my body, so strong. You have Temperance twice. So obviously for this group, and I'm going to say it, Scorpio season and definitely Sagittarius season are going to be big, powerful times for you as well, okay? I get the sense, and it's so crazy, we have the Six of Cups here because we're in Mercury retrograde. I get the sense that there could be somebody returning from into your life that could be from a past life, or just like, you know, an old relationship, friendship, maybe a family member you haven't seen in a long time. This could be, you know, coming back during this Mercury retrograde. Retrograde? What the fuck am I saying? See, we are definitely in Mercury retrograde. All right, anyways. So I have to mention too, the Thunder Moon exactly time period. I think that is like in spring, isn't it? Hold on, bear with me. It's either spring or it's summer. Just want to double check that. It's July. Okay, yeah, it was summer. And yes, where I live, there's definitely lots of thunder and lightning and things like this that happen in July. Summer is always the thunderstorm season, and we have a lot of them. So you have, you know, come July, okay, also during Cancer season, and going into Leo season is going to be, you know, where I feel like you're going to make a very significant change. But during this whole phase, remember, Thunder Moon, waxing crescent too, you have got to be accepting of what life throws at you, okay? Accept it and learn the lessons from it. Because you might feel like, I feel like a lot of you could have been stuck or feeling that you're stuck, but you know, you need to have put a death to the thing that, you know, is not working for you anymore. I feel like this is a sign that you guys need to take some hard looks at what is working for you and what is not, because whatever has not been working for you, it's never going to work for you. It's time to release it and move on to something else. It's time to revamp, completely change, glow up time, you know, start a new fitness routine, you know, even get a makeover, change the hair color, you know, there's all different things that are going here, okay? I feel like during this time, a lot of you are going to be very sensitive to lunar cycles. I just feel like a lot of you could be Sagittarius, which is mutable energy, as well as Scorpio. And Scorpios are very sensitive creatures, and so are Sagittariuses. They like to put up a front that, you know, they're so tough sometimes, but really they're mushy-gushy, okay? I live with one, so I know. And he's actually both of those, so yeah. And anyways, you guys need to really maintain a level of balance as well, okay? Balancing the masculine and the feminine, definitely. Balancing work and play. You guys really need to, I feel like you're going to extremes too much with one or the other. You need to temper that down, and you need to temper your temper, okay? And watch, like, you know, keep an even keel with your emotions, most definitely. Because I feel like you could be rather sensitive, like overly sensitive, and there's a need to dial it back and not be so overly sensitive. I also get the sense that meditation could definitely help with that. So be meditating on a regular basis. The easiest way I find to like start meditation is definitely at night before you go to bed, because you're not going anywhere. You're not doing anything. You're getting ready to go to sleep. There's nobody's going to distract you. That is a really good time, especially if you live with other family members or if you have children. I'm telling you, it's like your me time, okay? The rest of the world can fuck off. You're in bed, and it's like, you know, put on a meditation, put on a guided meditation, put on HZ music, do whatever it takes to get in the zone. If you don't know how to meditate, highly recommend using the like meditation apps and stuff. I use Insight Timer. You might want to look into that. It's a really good one. It has thousands and thousands of meditations. There's even yoga classes on there, okay? So anyways, I get the sense also during this time, it's like you're going to figure out, you know, the keys to your success definitely have to do with balance. I'm also going to mention, like for some of you, even the career that might be really good for you could have something to do with being a healer, being some kind of mediator in a business or something like this, some kind of, you know, anything having to do with long distance travel or dealing with other cultures, you know. You could even be like, for some of you, you could even have wanted to get like a job or a career within like, you know, the broadcast and media sector of things, like reporting on the news, being a journalist. But, you know, it could be very humanitarian in nature with the death card. Very interesting stuff, because you could be looking at anything where we are, you know, you're being some kind of a career advisor. Scorpios are excellent business people, and they're really good in dealing with other people's money. Okay. So they just know how to work it in this. You know, being like an insurance broker, you know, a financial advisor of some kind, any kind of counselors, even military, anything along the lines of military or military contractor, definitely dealing with other people's resources, stockbrokers, things like this, you know, very interesting stuff. So, but this person that's coming in, the person, I feel like there is somebody returning to your life. And like I said, it could be somebody you haven't even met in this lifetime, but this is definitely a past life deep bond and connection that you have together. They could be one of these zodiac signs as well, but it's like, it's such a beautiful energy. It's so innocent and sweet and kind. And it's like, there's a sensitivity between the two of you that is just like so endearing and loving and beautiful. And I get the sense that they're definitely a part of your community. Okay. So I want to take a peek at the conclusions are in reach with that full moon eclipse. I want to peek at that card really quick before I get into Love Secret. Where are we? Oh boy. Okay. And just like that, and this makes sense because what we have here, we have that death card, okay? And we have change and acceptance. Just like that, a door slams shut. If you've pulled this card, it suggests that the situation you're asking about is about to reach a peak or has just done so. And things are now out of your hands. What you're experiencing now is what your soul signed up for, a way for you to learn and for your soul to evolve. So allow events to unfold and be easy on yourself. If you're letting go of someone or something, which is the death card, know that it is the right time, as hard as it may be. Forgiving someone for what they did could be key to resolving this situation in a positive way. It doesn't make it right what they did, but releases it so you can move on. And that's what this is all about. And, you know, basically what is meant for you will not pass you by. You know, doors slammed shut will not open up again. It's time for you to get back on track. Forgiveness will set you free of karma. And this could even be forgiveness with somebody from your past, because we have that 6 of Cups, right? Okay. Meditation. Oh my God, I can't believe this is in here. Meditation, pranayama, and yoga nidra are all recommended now. And it's seed control and let any events unfold, you guys. So again, seed control and accept the change, okay? Because it is definitely coming to you. Now, the reason why I love to read these cards is because there's actually like things to do and like meditations to do with this and like actual actions to take with these. These are such fun cards. I love them so much. So, and they have great little meanings and stories with them. I think they're beautiful. So let's take a look at card 22 here with Love Secret. And this is about, you know, love in full bloom, you know. Let's take a look. So it says a vision of love. So I also get the sense that during one of these time periods that you could definitely be getting visions of your lover within dreams or sudden hits, like intuitive hits during the day. You're just going to know where to be at the right time and stuff. And also in regards to success and community, but definitely love, okay, for this one. So it says, the love story here is bathing by a fountain under a sacred tree. As doves flew overhead, the maidens gazed into the magical pool's depths. And as they stared into the beautiful water, flowing and crystal clear, a voice arose from deep down inside. A vision appeared in the water, but it was merely a reflection of the truth they held deep inside their own subconsciousness. The secret of love unfurled before them. You are love. Holy crap, you guys really should look at group 1 too. All right, so the action to take with this, where it says making love, write down a secret that you know about love. Let your words flow onto the paper straight from the depths of your subconscious. Allow love to radiate through your fingers. Once your secret is infused onto the paper, manifest in the physical form. Hide this treasure away, whether in a wooded grove or a sacred space, for another day, to be found when it is most needed. For now, love's secret is safe. Woo! Okay, so the meditation or being love with this card, it says, imagine that your subconscious mind is a pool of water. Quietly approach the fountain and gaze into its depths. What do you see? I'm just going to straight up tell you to just do this straight up. Especially, under the moon. Okay, obviously the thunder moon in July is a big one. But, anytime where there's bright moonlight outside, okay, could be, an important time. But scrying, okay, put a bowl of water and then literally do a divination this way. You're scrying into the water, and then really seriously, what do you see? What images are coming to your mind? Record these down into your book of shadows or a journal or whatever, okay? So then it says proclaiming love with the affirmation. I am love. I resonate with the beauty of love down to my core. I am a flowing fountain. So flowing fountain, look at the water, it's like everywhere in here. So, go with the flow. Accept the change, you guys, because conclusions are within reach for sure, okay? And make sure that, you're not overly sensitive to stuff and you blow up and, overreact. Okay, this is a nod. And I swear to you, I speak from experience. The more you meditate, the more that actually gets under control. Okay, it really does temper that. It balances things out. It changes your brain tissue. Okay. The more you meditate, it actually keeps you from aging. There's so many benefits to it. It's amazing. So I highly recommend this group does that. Okay. And check out the scrying thing too, for sure. Okay. So anyways, that's it. That's all I have for this group. If you want to head over to my Patreon, I have, I pick a card over there too, which is kind of like a continuation of this, of what is your next move? What should you do next? Blah, 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 blah. So the link to that is in the drop-down box, plus all my other information. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I hope you have a wonderful week. Take care of yourself, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye. For my last group with the cherry quartz, this is going to be your reading, you guys. Let's see what lunar phases are going to be very, powerful for you to bring in love, good sex, power, success. Which time periods are going to be really very powerful for you. Let's take a look at that, okay? So we have the flower moon with blossoming, which is card 33. This group probably is seeing 333 a lot, okay? I did talk about this in group 1. It's very interesting that this repeating energy is coming up, but flower moon is going to be a very powerful time to you. The waning gibbous 3. Are you serious? Of course, we have 19 here, which reduces down to a 1 or a 10 in astrology, or excuse me, numerology. Jesus Christ, sorry guys. Oh my God. I think I know where this is headed, because we have a new romantic cycle begins with new moon in Libra. So new moon in Libra. Oh my gosh. Okay. So obviously these 3 periods, why do I feel like that this is May? Let me just double check on that with the flower moon. Let's see when that is. Flower moon is May. Yes. Okay. So May, the full moon in May. We have a waning gibbous 3, and we have the new moon in Libra are going to be very powerful times for this group. Remember, if you listened to the intro, which you should, where I explain this, everybody's different. Okay. So everybody has different times when they're at their most potent and powerful. So let's continue on. So obviously I feel like, especially in spring, You have a new cycle that begins during Libra season, obviously, that brings about a lot of balance and a lot of blossom. You're really going to come into your own and be like a beautiful, like, why do I feel like I'm getting like Persephone in her maiden phase when she's, you know, in springtime, roaming through the flowers and things like this. I'm totally getting that kind of vibe from this. Why do I get the sense that a lot of you could be very musically inclined? I feel like your talent is really going to shine during this time period. You could even reach like a pinnacle of your success. If you're trying to do something in the music industry, it could be a very powerful time for you. We have clarity with sea moonflower. Look at that. And we have the death moth. Oh my gosh. It's so crazy because we have blossoming, we have a new cycle begins, because you've already been through, I feel like you've been going through a lot of change and a lot of death of the old, and you're really coming into more of your power. And I feel like, you know, something in, you know, Libra season has really triggered that. But it's very important and very vital at this time to maintain a level of balance always. We have adventures. We have fulfillment. Look at that with the moon. Look at the moon imagery here, okay? Holy shit. So, and we have that peach, which of course in Asian culture is highly symbolic. So I get the sense you have a lot of fulfillment and a lot of adventure, and, you know, your eyes are wide open because you're blossoming, you're being reborn. I almost feel like this is like group 1 and group 2, group 3 right here. It's like what happens to group 1 and 2 kind of a little bit. This is like, I feel like you guys are a little bit past what they went through, and now you're already like there and you're starting to go on your journey here because you're taking off, you're going on, you're becoming more adventurous because you have clarity. Okay. You are fulfilling your purpose. You're definitely following that North Node purpose. We have Warrior of Love, the Warrior of Love with card 10. It's funny because we have 19 here. What was I saying? And for our main, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Obviously, luck is in your freaking favor. We have the 4 of Pentacles. We have the 4 of Wands. You have 2 4s. So we have 3 3 3. We have 4 4 4. I'm getting total tingles on my body, you guys. And then we have the Lovers. Look at that with that Gemini energy. So Gemini is also a powerful time for you. It's kind of funny because we have May, at the end of May, I believe, is when we go into Gemini season. And here's Gemini. So, oh my God, you guys, you definitely are going to be finding your soulmate along this freaking route. Straight up, because we have the Lovers next to the 4 of Wands. I see, you know, serious commitment in marriage. And the reason why this luck has changed in your favor is definitely because you've been good with planning. And I feel like, so with the 4 of Pentacles, we can go positive or we can go negative with this. But in this case, I feel like it's positive in that you were very good with managing your time, managing your resources, and it's really set you up into a good position where you are finding a lot of fulfillment, a lot of clarity. You are able to go on adventures and have a good time here. But definitely, we have the new romantic cycle begins, and we have the Lovers, and we have the 4 of Wands. I get the sense for some of you, even, it's like you can meet your person or significant other at some kind of gathering where there's a whole shit ton of people. It could even be a anniversary celebration or a wedding. It's funny because I don't know why you know what I just thought of? Oh my God, this is so fucking trippy. Because I thought of the peach when I thought of that. And I don't know, for some reason, it made me think of the movie Crazy Rich Asians, where it's like, you know, the big old wedding and the whole celebration. And there's all this, you know, because I mean, they're not fucking around when it comes to the party afterwards and all that stuff. It's like, why do I feel like the energy or the celebration vibe is something like this? Okay. Where it is a big old party like that. And you could even be going to like a destination wedding or celebration or something like this, where there is a lot of tropical kind of vibe or something in it. And this could be the Wheel of Fortune is turning in your favor, definitely bringing that love, that new romantic cycle into your life. And we have the Warrior of Love. So I get the sense that your person is definitely kind of this vibe. And definitely, or you could be, most definitely. So, But like I said, in order for this to happen, especially the time periods that I've mentioned, including Gemini season, it's very important that you maintain a level of balance and clarity throughout this whole entire time, okay? Because this brings a lot of fulfillment into you. So I want to take a peek at this one. The new romantic cycle begins there with that new moon in Libra, sorry. So it says, give and take could well be the answer to whatever dilemma you're asking about. Compromise may be called for. It's time to start negotiating or even renegotiating. When the new moon in Libra comes up, there's a restart for you and for someone else. A new relationship could be beginning. And if that's the case, the chances are this will be a healthy and well-balanced connection. In anything you do after pulling this card, doing it in pairs is advised, such as teaming up with someone in business or in your personal life. Libra is the sign of relating, and this card suggests that whoever is at the heart of the issue you're addressing is someone who will be open to taking things through. Avoid being selfish. It won't get you anywhere at this time. And I have to mention, it's kind of funny because, this is the Libra, the 7th house is Libra's house. It's ruled by Venus. Okay, so some of you could even have your Venus in the 7th house, or your Venus is in Libra, or maybe it's in Gemini for some of you. But yeah, I just feel like this is the person you end up marrying, because we have that, or you end up like, some people don't like to get traditionally married. They do hand fasting. But this is the person you commit to, most definitely, okay? And it's very much angelically guided here, okay? And it's advising you to reach out to someone and let them know that you care. Feel more, think less. Marriage or engagement is on the cards. A legal matter will go your way. Pay some attention to your appearance, but don't be all about appearances. So obviously this is a nod to definitely, and this came up with the other groups too, time for a glow up, time for a makeover, time to get your, get working on your fitness and all that kind of stuff, okay? So, there's definitely a need though. It's so crazy because, we have balance and we have this, we have the scales. It's like, I feel like karma has brought this to you, okay? Very interesting, okay? There's a restart for anything and everything connected to partnerships, negotiations, appearances, and justice. Libra is depicted by a set of scales. This energy wants to bring things back to equilibrium, and it's going to do it whether you like it or not. You don't have control over it, so it's best to just go with the flow in the situation. Now, we're going to get into this card, which is a whole lot of fun. I love these cards so much because there's actual actions and meditations and affirmations with these cards. So let's take a look, and this obviously could help you out in this situation. So with card 10 here, with the Warrior of Love, it says, I am unstoppable in my pursuit of love and success and fulfillment and having adventures. I get the sense a lot of you are very adventurous people, okay? And that's fantastic. And I definitely feel the air signs here like hardcore, because we literally have Gemini and we have Libra here. So seeing love, the love story with this card, it says, he climbs upon his mighty steed bareback and rides off into uncertain territory, adventure, right? With a lofty pursuit, a quest for love. So I get the sense, okay, everybody, I want everybody to hear this. Everybody, when it comes to tarot and love stuff, always is so focused on themselves. They're like, but I want this and this and this, it's like, what about me? It's like always everyone's thinking about themselves and that they have to do all the work here. Not true, because your other half wants you as bad as you want them. Okay. Chill. It'll happen. Okay. Because there's another person on the other end of that red string of fate that's connecting you guys together. Okay. So yeah. So he's off on a quest for love. Insatiable, unstoppable, gaining traction, and on his way. He will ride until the night turns to day. Some things are worth fighting for, and this night, cloaked in the armor of love, will endure. He will journey until he finds love forevermore. That is so romantic. Oh my God, I love it. Okay. So making love, the action to take with this card, it says, take the journey. what did I say? So obviously there's travel involved here and making a journey to someplace else. Okay. So if some of you guys are like considering traveling to somewhere, to an event, or definitely you've been invited to travel to a destination wedding or something like this, or you just have been itching to travel, this is your nod to do it because it's going to bring about some amazing stuff. So take the journey, whatever that means. If it means going to see that old friend or the one you long for, if it means taking that much needed you time, or if you need to run and see him and let him know exactly how you feel. Move forward. Now is the time for action in matters of the heart. Yes. Okay. And I'm also going to say this. For some of you, this is a nod that you need to make the first move. Don't be so afraid of that. And we talked about this. Recently, we did a podcast on my Patreon, which is all about body language and the truth of like, you know, what the opposite sex is looking for and like how to pick up on their body language to know if somebody's into you or not. Highly recommend you check that out if you haven't already, because it's very eye-opening, okay? And this is based even on scientific studies and things like this that they did, okay? So you might want to check that out because it's very eye-opening, like I said. All right, so the meditation is climb upon your steed and ride into your sunset. Feel the light radiating upon you, okay? So obviously, you need to be your own knight in shining armor and ride off into the sunset and do the damn thing, okay? Really taking control and taking charge of your life, because this is what, this stepping into your power here and fulfilling your own adventures and desires is what's going to bring that to you, okay? So the proclaiming love with the affirmation is, I am strong, relentless, and fierce warrior of love. Hey, you guys are my people because that's what definitely I am, okay? Especially with my archetype. So anyways, I feel like you guys are really coming into your own here. It's very, I feel like you're getting a lot of clarity. You're figuring out what you're supposed to be doing, riding off into the sunset. You definitely have love coming your way for sure. It's amazing how whenever I do tarot readings and I open it up to all different things, how love always just seems to predominate. But yes, when it comes to finance and stuff, you've been very good about controlling that and watching out for yourself and, you know, making good choices, which is great because it's bringing you about that fulfillment. And it requires patience, okay? Because you can't rush a blooming flower, right? Nature takes its course and does its own thing. You have to just be patient and wait it out, all right? All right, guys. So that's it. That's all I have for you. You might want to check out the other reading that I posted up on my Patreon today, which is the next moves. It's, you know, your next moves. What's going to happen? You know, it's kind of like a continuation of this. You might want to check it out. What you need to look into, what goddess, you know, energy is around and stuff like this. So go ahead and head over there. The link is in the drop-down box along with all my other information. Make sure to like and subscribe. Thank you guys for being with me today, and I will catch you next time. Bye-bye.